Hey, welcome to Masten Made. I'm the Amputated Medic. And today I'm going to show you how I engraved a piece that was too long for my Xtool F1 Ultra. And so I had to do it in sections. Stick around and I'll show you how I did it. It turned out really cool. Hey, welcome back to the Amputated Medic and Masten Made. One thing I really enjoy doing is engraving custom pieces of woodworking that people bring to me. And this one was made by a really good friend of mine. And it's going to the Boy Scouts. It's a candle holder, and it's amazing. I can't do woodworking like this, but he just does beautiful work. And he wants me to engrave the Boy Scout words on here of their attributes, their character traits. And it's actually terrifying and also an honor that he trusts me with this amazing piece of woodworking that he's done, and terrifying because I don't want to mess it up. So I'm using my Xtool F1 Ultra, and obviously it's too big for my piece, so we're going to do it in stages. So I'm in XCS, and I've got the first 4 words on here, and I went through and my settings where I got it preset for when I do acacia wood cutting boards, and we'll see if this will work. It's 80% power, 400 speed, 240 lines per centimeter. Should work, should go just fine. I could cross hatch it. I'll see how these first 4 go, and maybe I'll do it again and cross hatch it. So I framed it, and I framed them individually one by one. You can see the blue line for each of these for all 4, but I came in here and I put each of them on different layers, so you can see they're all a different color. And I turned each of these off, the output, so that when I frame them, I could frame them each individually. So there's Trustworthy. I could see that it's squared up under the candle holder, and it's the hardest one so far because it's so long of a word. So then I can stop the framing, turn that output off, and I can just turn on the next one, which is actually at the end, frame it, and so there you can see friendly. Looks like it's centered. And I did this for each one. So, but now when we go to engrave it, I'm gonna just engrave all 4 at the same time. So I checked all the placements and looked like it was good. So we are gonna process. And looks like I missed turning one on. So let's go back, turn on Trustworthy. So there's my 4 words, and we're going to see how they engrave. Like I said, this is the most terrifying moment, and it's also a really cool moment if it turns out, and we are praying that it turns out. And actually, I want to double check one more time, because all of a sudden I feel like maybe I should make the words bigger. And that's a weakness that I have, is I always make my words really small. And so I'm going to look at the frame, and I do. I just feel like I need to make these words bigger. So let's go into XCS here and make these words bigger. So the other thing I did to make sure that it wasn't writing up, you know, starting out with Trustworthy on the framing and then it writing up, is I looked to where the edge of the framing is, where you can see my finger, and measured the rim of the hole to that edge all the way across, and it's almost a 1/2 inch all the way across. So I think I've got it pretty much straight. So we're going to engrave it, and like I said, it's terrifying but also exciting at the same time. We'll see how it turns out here. All right, and there we go. Those look great. So 4 down and about 10 more to go. So we'll hopefully stay consistent and this will turn out really good. So one of the things that you have to pay attention to when you're doing this piece of wood in sections, and it's an uneven piece of wood, is the focus. So my focus here is different, so I have to adjust that. I'm going to bring these red and blue back into alignment. And now I'm looking again for framing. And I really want to try not to have it be too close to the other word, but also be centered. And this one's going to be a little close. So we're going to do that. And then the next one, so I'll turn that off. I will turn off that output, turn on the kind output, and then we're going to frame. Now the challenge here, this was a easy one because it's a short word, but challenge is since you have the wood block there in the middle, makes it just a little tougher. And so then on the other side, so the word that's supposed to be there is obedient, and I use the word brave instead because it's smaller. But let's move obedient over here and let's just see how well I can get it to frame. If I can get it to frame, because yeah, see, it's going to go on that block. The thing I'm worried about is getting these out of order, because I think the Boy Scout, the description is all in order. But if I move that down, then I'm out of alignment with the other words. So I feel bad because I don't know if it's okay to do that or not, but I'm gonna have to change to the shorter word, so I'm gonna use brave, and I can put it close to the brick or to the block without touching it. And that's why this framing feature is so nice. So now I can turn all these on, and our font is still the same. It's Trebuchet, which is a Boy Scout font, and it's a 30 for size. And now we can frame all 3 of these and look and make sure that we're gonna be okay. Now it's showing like it's gonna print on that block, but it won't. There's no words there. It's just going to the other side to catch the braid. So I'm gonna measure those ends again and make sure that I'm about a 1/2 inch so that they stay even with the other words. But it looks like I'm pretty close there. So I'm gonna measure that. All right, so I had to adjust just ever so slightly. We're gonna process this. And again, I'm keeping my same settings. And let's burn it. And there we go. That looks pretty good. All right, now on to the last. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I won't be able to get them all on here. Okay, we're going to do the next 3. And the board kind of curves up. So you'll see the distance is a little farther from the hole of the candle holder as we go towards the end here. And that Thrifty is a little close for my liking, but it's not bad. So it's still looking really good. And we have 2 more to go. All right, here's the framing for the last 2 words, clean and reverent. And we are going to process and engrave. Really nice. So let's check out this candle holder. See if I can prop it up here. All right, a Boy Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, brave, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, clean, and reverent. And I gotta tell you, I think this turned out really good. So I really can't take a lot of credit though, because my friend is who made this, and he's amazing. And I will confess though that I was stressing about messing this up, but I am really happy with how that turned out. So if you stuck with me this far, this is really how I do sections that are larger than my F1 Ultra bed, which I believe is, it's either 8x8 or 12x12. I don't remember. It might be 10x10. But if it's too big for it, then you have to do it in sections. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.